Now let's look at the title tag. This is one of the most important components in a web page as far as SEO goes. You can see there are two tags, an opening and closing title tag. The text between the tags is known as the title text, not surprisingly. Why is this tag so important? Because it tells the search engines what the page is about. As the name implies, that's the whole purpose of the title tag. But also, there isn't much room in a title tag. You're only going to put 50 or 60 characters in here, including spaces. It just makes sense that if a search engine sees the words rocket science in a tag that's a title for the page, they can be pretty sure the page is not about dental surgery. So the title tag is hugely important. In fact, for two reasons. One, because it carries a lot of weight in search result ranking, but also because in effect it's a call to action. The title tag appears in the search results. But let's go back to the basics for a moment. Forget search engines. What is this text, the title tag text, intended for? Well, the title text is the name of the page. We've looked at the file name already, but that's a different thing. That's the name of the actual file containing the web page. But the title tag provides a descriptive title or name for the page. It was designed to go into a browser's title bar. These days, with all the major browsers using a multi-tab format, the text is displayed in the tab bar here. This text also appears in the back and forward button lists and the browser's history list. However, as far as the search engines are concerned, the title text, the name of the page, is displayed at the top of the search result for that page. You can see that I searched Google for rocket science. These are the results. This text comes from the title tag. In fact, it's from the same title tag we just looked at. If the title tag text is longer than around 55 characters or so, the search engines will truncate the tag, like this one. That's fine. It's okay if your tag text is longer, although you mustn't just jam dozens of keywords into the title tag. That's an old trick the search engines don't like. But if the tag text is 60 characters or 80 characters, that's fine. But be aware that not all of the text will be displayed in the search results. So you can use the title tag to tell the search engines what the page is about. But the text is also, in effect, a call to action. It's text that is seen by the searcher. Bad text will cause people to ignore the result, to move on to the next one. Good text will encourage the searcher to click on the link. Let's see an example. I'm working in Firefox here, which has an inspect element feature that lets me select an item on the page and then see the underlying code. You can use this tool to modify code and see the results on the page. So I can use this tool to illustrate a point. I can change the title tag, and we can see the change in the search results page. Obviously, I'm not modifying the original page, just the representation of the page in the browser. Both Google Chrome and Internet Explorer have similar features, by the way. So let's say the title tag looked like this. That's not quite so attractive, is it? It's less likely to be clicked on because in effect the keyword is hidden away at the end of the tag. So it's important that your title tags have the important keywords for that particular page, and also that they're easy to read and give users a reason to click on them. They suggest to the searcher that the reference page contains the information they're searching for. Let's look at a few rules for title tags. First, you must understand that every title tag in a website should be different. Search engines index pages within websites, not just the websites themselves. The title text is the title of the page, so if all your title tags are the same, and I often see this, though not as often as in the past, I think, if all tags are the same, then as far as the search engines are concerned, they have no meaning. Your pages can't all be the same, so the titles can't either. You're going to put the title tag into the head area. People in the SEO business used to say, put it directly after the opening head tag, but that's probably not important. It must be before the closing head tag, though. Of course, your HTML program, content management system, or website building program probably has a function that manages the title tag for you. There are hundreds of different options, so I'm showing you the basic HTML function. You'll have to refer to your particular program's user interface or documentation for information about that particular system. As with everything else in SEO, think keywords. You want to use keywords in the tag to help the search engines rank that page well for those keywords. That means that in most cases, you won't be using your company name at the beginning of the tag, because in most cases, you're not trying to rank the page well for your company name. It's particular search keywords that you're after. There's a concept called prominence in SEO. The idea is that in the case of the title tag, the words at the beginning of the tag are given more value than the words at the end. The words at the beginning are more prominent, more important. Also, they're more likely to be seen by the searcher. If someone searches for rocket trip, you want those words at the beginning of the tag, not Acme Rockets Incorporated. You should also use title case, not sentence case. That is, the first letter of the principal word should be capitalized. Why? Because it simply makes it easier to read. Look at this. And then this. Which is easier to scan and understand? Searchers don't read search results so much as scan them very quickly, so the words need to jump out. Title case helps the words do just that. And don't make your title text a sentence. Again, the keywords need to jump out. This is a title, not body text. There's no room for a full sentence anyway, but people are scanning the text, not reading it. Again, around 40 to 60 characters, including spaces. A few more is fine, though the last few will be truncated in the search results. So that's the title tag. These are hugely important from an SEO perspective, so spend a little time getting them right. In fact, as an exercise, why not pick a few important pages on your site and spend a few minutes experimenting with your title tags, following these basic rules.